Let me ask you a blunt question. Do you feel like money owns you more than you own it? Like no matter how hard you work, you're still tied up in debt, trapped by bills, weighed down by stress? If so, you're not alone. Because right now, millions of people are living as financial hostages, captives to credit cards, bound by student loans, stressed by mortgages, car payments, rising costs, living paycheck to paycheck. And here's the scary part. Most people think this is normal. But I want to tell you today, this is not the life God designed for you. And the good news is, you don't have to stay a hostage. What does it mean to be a financial hostage? It's when money decides your choices instead of your values. When bills dictate your peace. When you make decisions out of fear of lack instead of vision for abundance. I've been there. It feels like being in a prison with invisible bars. On the outside, everything looks fine. Nice house, nice car, maybe even some success. But inside, you're stuck, and that's the trap. Financial captivity often wears a mask. But here's the truth. Jesus didn't come to keep you stuck. He came to set captives free. Luke 4:18 says, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because He has anointed me to preach good news to the poor, to proclaim freedom for the captives and release for the oppressed." That's not just spiritual captivity, it includes financial captivity. Good news to the poor, freedom for the captives, release for the oppressed. God never designed money to be your master. Money is supposed to be your servant. And the first step to freedom is shifting how you see it. My personal story. Early in my career, I looked successful. Deals were flowing, my name carried weight in certain rooms. But privately, I was over-leveraged, stretched thin. I was making decisions based on fear of losing everything, not faith in God's provision. I had nice things, but no peace. And I'll be honest, I was a financial hostage. One day I had to face it, not with shame, but with honesty. I had to admit, this isn't freedom. This is slavery dressed up as success. That was the turning point, because freedom doesn't start with a bigger paycheck. Freedom starts with a new mindset. So how do you break free? Let me give you 3 steps. Simple, but not easy. Step number 1, identify the chains. You can't break free from what you won't admit is there. What's holding you hostage? Is it debt? Is it living above your means? Is it the fear of saying no to people so you overspend to keep up? Is it believing you'll never have enough no matter what you do? Some of you aren't chained by money itself. You're chained by the mindset of scarcity. That lie that says I'll always be broke or this is just my lot in life. But hear me, you can't conquer what you won't confront. The first step to escaping is naming your chains. Step number 2, renegotiate your relationship with money. Stop letting it call the shots. You are not a slave to your bills. You are a steward of resources. Money is a tool, not a tyrant. Think about Israel in the wilderness. God provided manna every day. Not too much, not too little, but enough. It was His way of teaching them. Money isn't your master. I am. For you, that might look like sitting down with your finances and saying, no more hiding. I'm going to create a plan. I'm going to get control instead of being controlled. And listen, it doesn't mean you stop enjoying life. It means you stop being manipulated by money. Because every decision you make out of fear tightens the chains. Every decision you make out of wisdom loosens them. Step number 3, invite God into your finances. I don't mean just praying, Lord, give me more. I mean actually saying, Father, show me how to handle what I already have. Give me wisdom. Give me discipline. Show me how to live free. Because where His finger points, His hand provides. A biblical example. The widow in 2 Kings 4 came to the prophet saying her creditors were coming to take her sons as slaves. Talk about being a financial hostage. She was desperate, but the prophet asked her a question. "What do you have in your house?" She said, "Just a little oil," and he told her to pour it into empty vessels. God multiplied what she already had until every debt was paid. Notice, her freedom didn't come from a bank loan. It came from God multiplying what was already in her possession. That's a picture for you today. You may feel like you only have a little, but a little in God's hands is enough to start your freedom journey. Life after freedom. Here's the beautiful thing. When you begin to walk in financial freedom, your whole life changes, stress decreases, creativity increases, relationships improve, opportunities open. Because when you're no longer a hostage to money, you finally have the capacity to focus on what matters most: your calling, your family, your peace, your legacy. And let me say this, freedom doesn't mean you'll never face challenges. It doesn't mean you'll never have bills. But it does mean you'll face them with strength instead of fear, with wisdom instead of panic. Let me be clear. Breaking free doesn't always happen overnight. If you're in deep debt, it may take years to climb out. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, it may take discipline to shift. But here's what you need to remember. Freedom doesn't start when the debt is gone. Freedom starts the moment you decide you're not living as a hostage anymore. It starts with a choice. It starts with a prayer. It starts with a decision that fear is not my master, money is not my master, God is. So let me leave you with this. You don't have to live chained to bills, bound by debt, or weighed down by financial fear. Jesus came to proclaim release for the captives. That includes financial captivity. You can escape being a financial hostage, and when you do, you won't just have more money, you'll have more life. I'm Rob Saunders. If this message spoke to you, subscribe, because we're not just building wealth, we're building freedom, purpose, and peace that money can't buy.